Welcome back, everybody, to IGN Live from Comic-Con, brought to you by Lucy and the Evil Within. We're here now with the head of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Kevin Feige.
Hello.
Kevin, welcome to the show. You may now begin telling us all your plans for Marvel movies through the year 2028.
Okay, so we start off in... No.
No. Might we see some big reveals a little bit later today?
I think you can expect surprises in our panel, yes, of course.
It's so interesting how sort of the rumor mill starts, right? Like right now there's stories out that Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is going to happen. James Gunn is attached. Is there any validity to this? Is this just preemptive fan?
Well, it's
fantasy?
true that he's attached. It's true that he is. You were very happy with what he did. He's excited to do another one. When it comes together, how it comes together, remains to be seen. The movie comes out next week.
The movie comes out next week, and so it's a little bit. Is it a little bit dependent, obviously, on the performance and things like that? Or are you committed to this franchise?
Well, no, we're committed to it. We're committed to those characters. We're committed to that cast. How they return, where they return, are the things you figure out. Now we like to plan ahead, so we have ideas. It's all about when do we share those ideas.
How are you feeling on the eve of release?
I'm always nervous. I'm always nervous on the eve of release. I'm very, very happy with the advanced reviews, with the word of mouth has been wonderful. People are taking the movie the way we've hoped they would, and I think excited to have a fun movie at the end of the summer.
Well, I will just say in all sincerity, and I've said it before and I'll say it again, I loved it.
I know.
Great.
He's heard a lot about that
Great.
this weekend.
She won't shut up
I
about it.
really won't, and that's okay. So, well, the other big one, obviously, milling about out there is that, Joaquin Phoenix is up for Doctor Strange. Is it fun for you to read these things and sort of know what's real, what's not? Do you ever get ideas from it?
Sometimes. I mean, it's always interesting to me how sometimes far away the rumors are, how close they are. It always varies. So you always hear a lot of names for a lot of roles. Sometimes we've never even met with a person. Sometimes we've had one meeting, and sometimes we're far down the road with them. It all sort of depends. Are
you approaching locking down casting on that character?
We're beginning the casting process on that entire film. Yeah.
So we're here. You're going to have your panel. We assume we're going to see some Avengers for Avengers 2. Can you tease a little bit of what else we might see?
No, I mean we're going to focus on the near future, what's coming up. We're going to celebrate what we've done up to this point. Guardians of the Galaxy is our 10th MCU, 10th Marvel Studios movie, which I can't quite believe.
Yeah.
All of them debuted here at Comic-Con in Hall H, so we're going to have a little celebration about that fact, and then talk about the next few.
We've already seen some images, some great images have started to be released from the film. Finally got the first look at the Vision, which everybody was very excited about. The Ultrons.
Yes.
We know Scarlet Witch is the movie. We know the Vision is the movie. Is there a Marvel Cinematic Universe in which they have a baby? in which that story, Scarlet Witch and that storyline plays out?
Anything is possible. The fact that the Vision is even in our universe now, 11 movies in, which Avengers 2 will be, is cool. So who knows? They're both now in the universe. The comics are where we take all of our guidance from, our marching orders from, what has happened in the books. So maybe a little android witch baby.
Android witch, magic, demon, disappearing baby. So, I mean, we do speculate, as you know, a lot about these things. People are imagining that one of those dates, possibly the last one, belongs to Avengers 3. Do you have plans that far out? Like, do you sort of know in your mind what that storyline would be?
For Avengers 3? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, we have ideas. We know that there's certain plot lines from books and payoffs for characters that we want to see, that we'd be interested in seeing. And we do like to plan ahead. We like to plan our films far in advance, but also we like to be agile enough to change things and to come up with new fun things as they arise. So we always have a guide map, but we're always willing to deviate if need be and if better creative ideas come along.
How challenging is that for you to sort of maintain a individual film, maintain the integrity of the film itself, but also keep it a part of this ever-moving train?
The integrity of the film itself is the most important thing. Whichever director's working on whatever film, that is their priority. And then we will only put in fun things for the train, as you say, if they enhance the movie at hand, or if they don't distract from the movie at hand. But it is always about that, whatever film is actually being made. So Guardians has some connectivity, has some some characters that appear that may appear later and may become more important as time goes by.
Certainly
but
one,
it is entirely about, yes, a big purple one perhaps. But as you'll see when you see the movie, it is entirely about establishing those new characters and setting a tone for its own self-contained adventure.
That is kind of a miraculous thing that happens. I mean, it's a lot of moving parts, but it does seem to really work. It's kind of amazing.
Good.
The other piece of it, of course, is the marketing, like you were saying. Like, when do we release? What do you decide that you're bringing to Comic-Con? Like, what do you decide you're going to show the fans?
Some things have been in the works for since last Comic-Con, or certainly since the end of last year. We put things in the works and have ideas. Some things we figured out yesterday. It's all it's about what is the most we can bring in the best possible way.
There's a lot of these are hugely successful. There's a lot of scrutiny on this as well, as you know. There's been a lot of changes in Ant-Man, as we know. A lot of recent changes. The script is evolving. Schedules, I'm sure, are evolving. Are all of the changes and moving parts part and parcel with that? The story sort of evolving.
Yeah, and it happens on every movie. Sometimes it's more public than others. Sometimes it's bigger shifting or changes than others. But on that movie in particular, we start filming in 2 weeks. The cast is excited. The script is as good as it's ever been. And like all of our films, we'll be tweaking as we go, because if a good idea comes along, if a better idea comes along, we want to implement it, and we want to see it through.
Okay, we actually have a Facebook question here from one of our viewers.
Oh, nice.
Patrick asks, how do you choose certain heroes to become part of the universe, like the addition of the Vision and the Ant-Man solo movie?
There's a team of us at Marvel that spends a lot of time talking about that very question. With those two characters in particular, one, Ant-Man, a founding Avenger, right there on Avengers #1, and obviously bringing them to life into the screen has been a priority for us for a long time. And with Vision, Joss Whedon loves him as a character. We love the Vision as a character. And with the casting of Paul Bettany, there were seeds that had been sowed throughout the other franchises, in particular the Iron Man franchise, that ended up sort of melding perfectly to find a narrative way to bring Vision into the cinematic universe.
One of the other big speculations that people have is, okay, let's try and figure out what the next movies might be.
Right.
Maybe it's Black Panther, maybe it's Captain Marvel.
Yes.
Are those characters that you would like to bring to life and give a solo film?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
No, go ahead. You talk.
Should I announce it?
Yes.
No, I'm not announcing. But it is
almost have them, everybody.
something. They're both characters that we like, that development work has been done on, is continuing to be done on. And certainly the public, it's a question I get asked more than anything else.
Yeah.
More than Iron Man 4, more than Avengers 3. And that's sort of the first time that's really happened to us. So I think that makes a difference. I think that's something that we have to pay attention to.
So you do take kind of that feedback from the public about, we want these characters.
Yes, I mean, I've always said we have our plan, and it's served us very well, and there hasn't been anything that has made us deviate or change from that based on an opinion, because opinions online change and they alter, and they are based on sort of limited information they have to what's going on behind the scenes. But in this particular case, I think it is a groundswell, and I think it does. I think it means something substantial.
As you say, you like to plan ahead. Some of your plans have been announced, some haven't. Is there a certain announcement, a certain movie, character, or event that has been revealed that you're most excited about in the coming years?
I'm excited about all of them. Otherwise, I wouldn't devote my every waking hour to it. Age of Ultron, which is almost finished filming, I'm very excited for. Ant-Man, which I've said just starts filming, I'm very excited for, because that's going to spend a lot of our time. And Doctor Strange, which up until this point has been my go-to answer of which character do you want to bring to the screen, is heating up now and is beginning to come to life. So those three are of great interest to me.
Are you excited to reveal sort of Peyton Reed's vision for Ant-Man to the world? Are you excited for people?
I am. We've already started that a little bit with a poster that we've released that is available in the Marvel booth, and which Michael Douglas and Paul Rudd, I think, are in there signing as we speak. So that is the first glimpse of, as you say, Peyton Reed's Ant-Man, and of what we're working on for it. And then maybe we'll get another glimpse later today.
And Kevin, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Super excited
Thanks.
to see Guardians of the Galaxy, and
Awesome.
Looking forward to more news later today.
Thanks very much.
Thank
Stay
you
tuned,
so
everybody.
much.
We have much more to come from IGN Live here at Comic-Con right after these messages.